Hello students, you are welcome to lecture series on SOS 314 Introduction to Soil Pedology and Physics, Study Session 10. The topic we are going to be treating is classification of Nigerian soil. Introduction. Soil classification deals with the systematic categorization of soils based on distinguishing characteristics as well as criteria that dictate choices in use. Soil classification is a dynamic subject, from the structure of the system itself to the definition of classes, and finally in the application in the field. Learning outcomes for this study session. When you have studied this session, you should be able to discuss this classification of Nigerian soil. And lastly, describe the hierarchy of categories in the soil taxonomy. Classification of Nigerian soil. The characteristics of the soil in every area depends on its vegetation and climatic zone. In different regions of the country, the level of humidity that affects fertility, soil reactions and productivity tends to differ. The land in wet territories will certainly be different from those in the dry savanna or forest. Let us now discuss the types of soil in Nigeria and their differences. In accordance with the generally accepted classification, the following varieties are distinguished: fluvisus, rugosus, glissus, acrisus, verrucous, alisus, lisisus, cambisus, lophisus, netosus, arenosus, and lastly, fetisus. All these options have different potentials and benefits for the agricultural economy. None of the types of soil in Nigeria can be considered first class. About 48% of the soil are under 4 to 5 classes with insufficient moisture retention and low content of organic substances. The most fertile ones are the verrucous, which can be found in the dry northern territories. Hierarchy of categories in the soil taxonomy are orders, which is the highest category, sub-orders, great groups, subgroups, families, and series. We will take them one after the other. Orders. There are 10 orders differentiated on gross morphological features by the presence or absence of diagnostic horizons or features which show the dominant set of soil forming process that have taken place. Suborders. It is the next level of generalization. It permits more statements to be made about a given soil. In addition to morphological characteristics, other soil properties are used to classify the soil. The suborder focuses on genetic homogeneity like wetness or other climatic factors. There are 47 suborders within the 10 orders. The names of the suborder consist of 2 syllables. The first connotes the diagnostic properties, while the second is the formative element from the soil order name. Grade group. The grade group permits more specific statements about a given soil, as it notes the arrangement of the soil horizons. A total of 230 grade groups have been defined for the 47 suborders. The name of a grade group consists of the name of the suborder and a prefix suggesting diagnostic properties. Subgroups. There are three kinds of subgroups. One, the typical subgroup, which represent the central concept of the great group. Two, integrates are transitional forms to others, sub-others, or great groups. For example, aridic polyester or oxic polyesters. And three, extragates have some properties which are not representative of the great group but do not indicate transitions. Families. The grouping of soils within families is based on the presence or absence of physical and chemical properties important for plant growth and may not be indicative of any particular process. The properties include parasite distribution and mineralogy beneath the plough level or layer, temperature regime, and thickness of rooting zone. Typical family names are clay, kaolitic, hyperthermic, and the likes. There are thousands of families. And lastly, series. The soil series is the lowest category. It is a grouping of soil individuals on the basis of narrowly defined properties related to kind and arrangement of horizons, color, texture, structure, consistency, and reaction of horizons. Chemical and mineralogical properties of the horizon. The soil series are given local place names following the earlier practice in the old system in naming soil series. There are tens of thousands of series. We have come to the end of the lectures. Thanks for listening.